Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is your first time here. Welcome. If you are coming back, thank you for continuing to watch. I am Kat. I am a part-time reseller out of North Florida and a full-time nurse. In this video, I'm going to go over everything that I do that I think helps me to get past making more than $10,000 a month in sales on eBay. Get asked these questions a lot, and I'm going to tell you it all right now. All right, guys, so I get asked all the time, why am I not selling stuff on eBay? What am I doing wrong? So I'm going to try and cover some of those more common mistakes, and then I'm also going to let you know what I do. So I will first pop up my numbers up here that are current, that it's what I'm making right now, and it is over $10,000 a month. And I do want to point out first here in the beginning that what I make is not my profit. That is the gross numbers. I do tend to carry over 50% profit. So you can figure on that $10,000, I make over $5,000 a month in profit. So that leads me to the number one thing on eBay to make good money. You make your money on the buy. You do not make your money on the sale. So you need to make sure you're buying as low as you can. Some people run on a smaller profit margin, but I like to be at that 50% or more mark. So buying in lots, I do have some videos about different places that I source, and also at garage sales, estate sales, you can ask how much for all. You want to get your individual item costs as low as you possibly can. And you will hear me say over and over in my videos that this costs less than $1. This costs under 50 cents. You make your money in the buy, and that is what allows me to do some of these things I am going to go over with you. So having a variety of items, I think, also gets me to that $10,000 mark. I don't have a specific genre that I stick to. I will buy almost anything if it is cheap enough. And by that, I do clothes, I do hard goods, I do toys if I find them. If you watch my What Sold videos, you will see I have a big variety, and that's growing every day. And having that variety allows me to have stuff selling all the time. So if clothes aren't selling right now, my glassware might be, and vice versa. So that, I would say, is one of the biggest things, is having a variety, at least in my opinion. And I will disclose right now that these are my methods, and they might not all work for you, but you might be able to pick a few things out of this that you can apply to your business. You have to make your own style and what works for you. So I increase the price of everything in my eBay store by 30%. And that's typically by 30% over what the market value is. And by doing that, it allows me to run a constant sale. So you can bulk edit and mark everything up 30%. And then when I do new listings, I basically will multiply whatever the market price is times 1.3 to get that 30% increase in price. I run sales constantly. So some people say don't run more than 3 days, but for me, what I have found to work is I run one Monday through Friday, and then I run the other one Friday through Monday. So when, like today is Friday, when I get up, the first thing I do is put my sale back on because it ended at midnight last night. So it's off for about 6 to 8 hours. And then on Mondays, depending on how much I have to ship, I sometimes wait until after I've packed, because if I have 40 plus items going out, I'm not really trying to encourage people to buy on a Monday morning. So I will sometimes wait until after I have shipped to put my sale back on. But if it's not many items going out on Monday, I will go ahead and start that in the morning again. So I'm in the habit of every Monday, every Friday, I start my sale back. Why do I not run it the whole month? You might be asking. Well, if somebody sees something on sale and it doesn't end for 3 more weeks, they are not pressured to buy right then. But if that sale ends tomorrow, they're going to think, okay, I need to buy this now before the sale is gone. And my sale, the 40%, essentially is about 10% off of the market average. So I'm coming in a little bit lower than everybody else for the same item and condition. And I have a sale. So they're going to think, oh, this used to be $30. Now it is $26. So they want to buy it now. So you're incentivizing them to do that. So I don't recommend running a sale more than the 5 days. It's better if you can do every 3 days. I just don't have the time to restart it. And I've gotten in the habit of Monday and Friday. So I also watch what sold videos, and that's one of the reasons they're my favorite to do. When you increase your knowledge of what you know that sells, that opens up so many more possibilities for you to find different items. You're not just going and, oh, there's no good clothing brands today, or there's no good electronics. You can look at any part of a thrift store or garage sale and you can find something that is selling. So I do my what solds at least once or twice a week. There are a lot of other good channels. Find somebody who sells a lot and a good variety that you like watching. And that just stays in the back of your head. So when you go to a thrift store or estate sale or garage sale, you're going to be like, oh, I saw Kat sell that last week and it's cheap. Learn, learn, learn. That is the key to making more money on eBay. So it has taken me about 1.5 years to get to the point I am now. And I do have over 2,500 items listed. So you want to make sure you're buying stuff that's selling. And sometimes when you buy in lots, you're going to get more long tail items. It might take a little bit longer to sell, but overall you want to find stuff that sells good. So in order to know when you search for that item on eBay, you'll search how many are listed, and then you're going to click and search how many are completed and sold. Ideally, it would be great if there are more sold than listed, because you know that item's going to move super fast. For me, if I'm searching an individual item, I want to see at least half sold that are listed. So say there's 100 items listed. I want to see at least 50 or more sold before I pick that item up. And I also want to say, don't compare yourself to me, compare yourself to you. So I'll put up here, I am about 30% higher this year than I was at the same time last year. So as long as you're growing, it might take a while to get to the point that I'm at, but you want to see a constant improvement. And there will be bad days on eBay. It is a roller coaster. You will have low sales days, but you need to look at like your overall like weekly picture, monthly picture, not just, oh, I had crappy sales yesterday. And you have to keep pushing. Keywords are essential in making good sales. By that, what do I mean? So you want to think of every single thing that you can to put in that title that that person might look for. So, for example, my scarves. I will put the color, I will put a genre, like I might put Victorian, you could put mid-century modern, retro, whatever, because some people are just going to look by a type of style. So I very, very rarely do not use all 80 characters of a title. You want to fill that title up to help yourself be found and to make more sales. I also promote all of my listings at 10%. A lot of people are saying, why would I give eBay 10%? Well, I get about 50 to 60% promoted sales. Everything is promoted. That doesn't mean that you're gonna have to pay that promoted fee, because if it sells not promoted, you're not paying the fee. And eBay's general, and it varies by category, but I say you can figure about 10% fee, and then I'm adding another 10%, so that's 20%. That's Poshmark's fee, and It's a lot. But if you remember in the beginning, I buy low. So I am making at least 10 times my money typically on every item. So if it costs me an extra 10%, but I get 50% more sales, I don't care. And if you can't afford to promote items or put things on sale, you're buying too high. You need to change your buying practices. So I can count, I typically will count 20% for my eBay fees. I also do calculated shipping on almost everything, and this is a big controversial thing between resellers because a lot of people do like to do free shipping, and I will do it if every other item like mine is selling free shipping, and you can figure it into your sales amount. But being in Florida, a lot of my sales go to California, and it costs double to ship to California than it would if I were shipping in state to Florida or North Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere close to me. So that's why I choose to do calculated. Again, you have to decide what works best for you and your business. And with the promoted, you have to also look at what you're selling. You could start at like 2% for everything. I did that for a while and I got so results. I then changed to trending rate, which is the average that the items that sell are being promoted at. And after that, I decided to go to a flat 10% on everything. So I used this example a while ago. I was doing jewelry quite a bit. I'm not doing it so much anymore, but look at how many necklaces are on eBay. There are thousands, probably hundreds of thousands. If you have an item that there are a lot of, you want to promote higher. Some of my jewelry, I was promoting at 15%. But again, if you're pennies in on a dollar, that extra 15% is not going to hurt you because you're going to increase your sales. And when it comes to listing, and if you watch me for a while, you know, I do not do descriptions. The only time I will type anything in the description box is if I feel a measurement is needed. So like the height of a vase or the like length of a flag. I don't measure clothes. I only put flaws. I figure if somebody is buying clothes online, typically they're buying a brand they know they like and they know their size. So I do not waste time on making descriptions. And that allows me to be able to list more, which comes to the whole listing part. When you are listing, you need to list consistently. If you can't do listings every day on the weekend, if that's when you're able to list, you could save some in drafts and then just publish a couple a day. The consistency, I think, kind of feeds that eBay algorithm and keeps your items up higher in search. One good way to figure out how many you're going to list. So if you don't have that many items, say 2 or 5 per day is what your goal is for listing. You would want to do that plus how many ever sell. So if you're attempting to grow your store, you're never going to grow it if you're not listing more than you're selling. So say you sold 3 items, your goal is 5 listings, then I would list 5 plus the 3 that sold, which gets you to 8 and will grow your store and allow you to build your business. Another thing that I use quite frequently, I will pop it up here, is the send offer to buyers. That is a great function that eBay gives you to catch that person's attention after they looked. I send offers multiple times a day. I've heard of people just sending them on Friday because Fridays are payday. However you want to do it, just make sure you're using that function. And I don't typically do like 10% or 20% when I send offers to buyers. I look at each one. I know what I paid for that item, and I send them the lowest that I am willing to take because I want to grab them right then. And I would say probably 30 to 40% of my sales are from me sending offers to the buyers. So I am proactively going after them saying, hey, I will give you this $30 item for $25. And they like that. So I don't just send like a small percent off. And again, it's just me. You're going to have to find what works for you. All right, guys. So I think that's pretty much it. So I run my sale all times, but in short durations. I promote my listings at 10%. I list consistently, and I also send offers to buyers. Those are big things in making it to that higher dollar amount. In my case, it's 10,000, but for you, it might be to reach $1,000 a month. Again, do not compare yourself to me unless you are selling about the same amount of items that I am. If you feel the need to compare yourself, find another reseller that has about the same amount of items listed and the same dollar amount that you have. And watch your sell-through rate. How many items are you selling in terms? How many items are you selling compared to how many items you are listing? If you're only selling 10%, so say you have 500 items listed and you only have 50 sold, you really need to look at what you're buying. You also need to look at your prices. And another thing I didn't mention before is pictures. You need to take good pictures. I use the eBay background remover and do a white background. And you want your items to look professional. If you don't have good photos in that first photo, they should be able to see typically the whole item. Sometimes with my Hawaiian shirts, I'll just show the main print in the back. But your first picture is what grabs that buyer's attention. You want it to look professional. You want it to be well lit, and you want to showcase your item. I have sold items higher than other people because my pictures are better and I can command a better price if my listing looks better. Also, having good photos is one of the things that allows me not to write a description. So I think that's everything. You guys are more than welcome to message me on Instagram. It is the same name, The Nurse Flipper. Email me at thenurseflipper@yahoo.com. I am happy to answer any questions. I do also have my $1.99 membership where you can come on with me live once a month and ask specific questions in a small group setting, and I will help you with trying to improve your eBay sales. I think that is going to about wrap it up. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see some more What Sold on Sunday. Bye, guys. You can't catch it? You're going to catch it? Okay.